The Flip Wilson Show.
Well, I say good evening. Welcome to the show. And I should call this the Clark Show because tonight we're really loaded with them. We have Petula Clark, Roy Clark. Yeah, for Petula. And I guess we should also ask for a nice hand for Roy, too, because he's a real swell guy. Nice little hand for Roy. Yeah. Told you they loved you, Roy. Yeah. We also have a great comedian, Mr. Red Foxx. He, however, is not a Clark. We're going to have a good time, a real good time. And speaking of a good time, a few weeks ago, I told you about Herbie, the good time ice cream man. Thanks. The one who used to come around when I was a kid. The one who didn't like people. They're early. They're late. The one who used to come around when I was a kid. Well, friends, Herbie's back.
Mr. Good Time Man, you're the first friendly face I've seen today.
I'm selling ice cream. If you want a friend, buy a dog.
I did, and it bit me.
Well, I don't blame it.
It was a she. I had to have her spayed.
Now, just a minute, fella. Don't come around here trying to start any trouble. Now, do you want a bar or don't you?
Down home where I come from, a bar is a bear.
Well, what flavor bear do you want?
What flavors you got?
The Good Time Company, sir, makes 27 flavors. You want me to tell you what they are?
Would you?
No. Besides, I don't have all the flavors today. How about if I told you the ones I got?
Oh, that would be mighty nice of you.
I know that. That's why I got this job, because of my personality. The fact that I know how to talk to people. Now, I'm only going to say the flavors one time, so you listen close. I'm not repeating the flavors.
Gotcha.
Well, of the 27 flavors, the ones we got today are, you ready? Chocolate and vanilla.
That's all?
I just told you that was all. If I tell you that's all, that's all. You'd be asking me, is that all? And that's all I care to say about that. Now, do you want chocolate or vanilla or not? Chocolate or vanilla, take it or leave it.
I'll take chocolate.
You won't take anything. You desire to place an order for a chocolate.
Yeah, I'd like to place an order for a chocolate.
That's better. Well, we're out of it.
But you just said.
I don't care what I said. All day long I've been saying chocolate or vanilla, take it or leave it. Well, they've been taking the chocolate and leaving the vanilla. Now, do you want some or not?
Yes, please. I'll take vanilla. Vanilla is my very favorite flavor. Please give me some vanilla.
I'll see if I got any left. Well, you're in luck.
Thanks, partner. I believe I got a little change coming.
I'll mail it to you.
Ice cream.
Ice cream, you scream, they all scream for ice cream.
You know, we have these sort of ice cream carts all over London, in Soho and Leicester Square, and even underneath the statue of England's most revered citizen.
David Frost?
Lord Nelson.
Oh, I don't discuss religion. What flavor do you want?
Well, I'll take anything you've got.
See that? Now that is the right attitude. I can see that you're a lady who appreciates ice cream.
Yes, I do.
Well, it's the ones who think ice cream is just something to eat that bug me. Ice cream is something to be loved, to be cherished, to be lingered over. Everybody should take a few moments from the hustle and bustle of the day to enjoy some ice cream. That's why we call this a good time bar.
Oh, you can have a real good time at a bar. I was just agreeing with you.
You better watch your mouth. There's a lady there. Crazy fella. Would you like a chocolate?
Oh, now I adore chocolate.
Okay, well, you got it. Any questions?
No.
See, I just happened to have this one chocolate left. I was saving it for myself, but
Oh.
looking at it. But you can have it.
Oh, that's nice. You know, I think you're just about the kindest ice cream man I've ever met.
You know, I'm a stranger here myself. What do you say you and I go out and see some of the sights together?
That sounds like a splendid idea.
A good time is about to be had by all.
Mr. Herbie?
Yes, Mr. Fox?
I dislike bringing up the subject,
Oh, why bring it up?
but as your friendly neighborhood banker, I must advise you that your monthly payments on the ice cream cart is a bit overdue.
Mr. Fox, I've been meaning to talk to you about that. I'll come over and see you and tell you that I'm going to need a little extension on the loan because they raised the price of the cones.
Well, we've been making deals on the wheels, but no loans on the cones.
Well, I guess I have to close down, go out of business. Won't be coming around no more, cheering people up, handing free ice cream out to all the little kids.
When did you ever do that?
I was thinking about starting it. But business is business. Goodbye, card. Goodbye, good times. Oh, Mr. Fox, I just happen to have one left of your favorite flavor. It's butterscotch brandy on the house.
Mr. Herbie,
Yes, Mr. Fox?
I don't want to seem too severe. Why don't you stop by my office tomorrow and maybe we can work something out?
Mr. Fox, you certainly lend an air of distinction to this community.
Thank you. And good day, Mr. Herbie.
Good day, Mr. Fox. Stick around. We'll be right back with a good time for everybody.
A comedian might have a great audience and be a smash. The next night, he might run into a heckler that can destroy him no matter how funny he is.
And now, ladies and gentlemen, the man you've all been waiting for, the star of our bombastic review, the funniest guy in the entire world. Here he is, Larry Chong.
Thanks a lot, Harry. Harry's our mic man. Give my regards to the missus. Hope you come down to the operation, all right? Pleasure to be back in this town. It's one of my favorite towns. My mother and father told me on their honeymoon they were passing through this town. A guy fixed their flat for them, so it's always a pleasure to be here. Well, you look like a pretty nice crowd. I guess I'll do some of my good stuff. This is my 48th consecutive week here at the Kit Kat Club. Boss told me if I do a good show tonight, I won't have to park the cars anymore. Boss said if I do a good show, I won't have to park the cars anymore. I'd like to give you some of my impressions. I've added a lot to my act since you saw me on my 47th week. I've added impressions. Most guys do impressions of Ed Sullivan, Edward G. Robinson, James Cagney. All my impressions are original. I'd like to give you the first. It's my impression of a rock. Now I'd like to give you my impression of two rocks. Now I'd like to give you my impression of a pile of rocks in the desert in the afternoon.
I wish I was near a pile of rocks tonight.
If you don't mind, sir, I work by myself.
If you keep that up, you'll be here by yourself.
Don't you think you've had enough to drink?
Not yet. I can still see you.
I'm trying to do my job. Do you think this is fun?
Not so far.
Sir, don't make me have to come over there.
I can't keep you from coming, but I can slow your departure.
Didn't I see you and Marcus Welby as a guest disease? Friends, as I was saying, my wife had a terrible experience last week. She lost her wallet. You know, it had her credit cards in it. But we haven't reported it to the police yet because the guy who found it is spending less than she did. Finally got it rolling. I'd like to tell you what happened to me on the way to the football game.
Hey, buddy.
Like I was saying about the football game.
You want to buy a hot?
A hot what?
Hot anything. I had a great week.
Fella, why don't you give me a break? I only have 3 weeks to live.
I'll be back in 4 weeks.
For your information, fella, it takes a lot to be funny. You gotta have heart. You gotta know jokes. You gotta have timing.
Timing? What's that?
Well, timing is how long a comic has to wait for his laughs.
What do you use, a calendar?
Look, if you think you can do any better, why don't you come up here?
I will come up here if you come down here, because I don't want to be seen on the same stage with you.
Okay, let's have a guest artist. Let's give it a hand and bring him on. This is a mic, if you don't know.
Hi, Mike. Good evening, ladies and gentlemen, and welcome to the Kit Kat Club. It's good to be here tonight. It's good to be anywhere tonight. I can tell you're my kind of audience. Bunch of drunks. Let me tell you a few stories about my wife. I got an ugly wife. So ugly, she looked like King Kong sucking Chinese mustard out of a hot jelly sauce. Only woman on earth that smiles and get lipstick on both ears. Get that?
Both ears, right?
Yeah, both ears.
Say, you killed me. They say that in some parts of the world you can get 3 pounds of sugar, a pound of coffee, and a quart of whiskey, and a wife for just $3.
I bet that's some bad whiskey. I just read where a few years from now they'll be able to heat a whole apartment building with a lump of coal.
My landlord did that last winter. Say, if you had your choice of anything in the store, what would you take?
The cash register? Say, you know, I hear you're a good harmonica player.
Yes, I'm quite a good harmonica player.
No kidding.
In fact, I like the harmonica so much, I married a chick with every other tooth missing. Say, we're killing them. Why don't we team up?
Yeah, you mean partners, integrate.
Oh, yeah.
Well, what would we call a team?
Well, if we're going to integrate, why don't we call it black and white? I'll be white.
Are you kidding?
Smash. Did you see that audience?
I haven't seen an audience in 15 years.
Now, you are not going to start that again.
Well, you prance around the stage taking all the bows. They don't even know I'm back here.
You know, you messed up the finish again.
And I'm going to mess it up every opening night until you let me be the front end.
Honestly, sometimes you give me a pain right in the...
Where?
In the neck.
Yeah, sure. That's where you get your pain.
What is the matter with you?
I'll tell you what's the matter. Yesterday at school, the teacher asked all the kids what their fathers were, and when my kid told them, they suspended him for 2 weeks.
I just wish you would stop complaining. You know, you've got the easy part. All you have to do is swat a few flies with your tail.
But why can't I ever be up front? I thought we were going to be an equal opportunity horse. I never get any credit.
Oh, no? What about this in Variety? Jojo the dancing horse earns mucho yaks and given big lift by the tail end. The tail end, that's you.
It gotta be me. There's nobody else back here.
Listen to this. Jojo the dancing horse, Boffo in Cleve.
When did we play Cleveland?
I didn't say Cleveland. I said Cleve, that little town outside of Circleville.
Oh, yeah.
You know, I've seen those other acts sitting out front taking notes. Millie, the singing filly, Jimmy Jump Up, the golden gelding. And who are they looking at? You! You are the tops and bottoms.
Yeah, you're just trying to butter me up, that's all.
Look, you do not become a front end overnight. It takes training, practice, dedication. Now look, can you go...
No.
No. And can you do this?
No, but I can learn. Just because I'm where I am doesn't mean I'm stupid.
I do appreciate you. When I am out there on the stage, I never have to look back. I know you're there. Now, let's try that step again, huh? Let's try it again. Now, you all set?
Yeah.
We'll take it nice and easy now. 1, 2, 3, 4. There's no business like show business like no business I know. Boom, boom, boom. Now the cross. Now the cross. Honestly, you have 2 left hoofs.
Jojo the dancing horse. They want an encore.
Hey, did you hear that? They want us back.
I'm not going. Go by yourself.
We are a team. I'm nothing without you.
I retired.
And you were the greatest in the business.
You better quit jiving and try to find yourself another tail.
Another tail? You don't find another tail just like that. It takes years of working together as a team, and now you turn your nose up at it.
My part doesn't have a nose.
Jojo, you're on.
You hear that applause? Listen, I didn't want to tell you, but tonight's our big chance. You know who's sitting out there in the audience?
David Merritt?
No.
Daryl Zanuck?
Bigger.
Alfred Hitchcock?
Bigger.
Who?
Willie Shoemaker.
Well, why didn't you say so?
And now, back for his 86th consecutive week at the Kit Kat Club, everybody's favorite comedian, the funniest little guy in the whole world, Larry Chong.
what can I say? Well, I guess I should say that it almost makes the performer feel humble to receive an ovation such as the one you just accorded me. Now, I, for one, can say that I certainly feel I'm worthy of your admiration. And I'd like to also add that if I can bring a smile to your face, a laugh to your lips, or even make you cry, then I feel I've accomplished what I've been put on this earth for.
Check, please.
Oh, you're back again, huh?
I just ran in here to get away from a mugger. It's obvious I didn't know when I was well off.
This time I'm not gonna let you bug me. I'm gonna go right ahead with my act.
Before you die, don't you think you should write a suicide note?
Speaking of gambling, there's a new kind of Russian roulette. Yeah, and the way it goes is you get 6 cobras in a room, play a flute, one of them's deaf. Hey, what happened to my rim shot? I'd like to keep right moving while we got it going. My wife is a terrible driver. Yeah, yesterday she drove up the side of a building and there was another woman coming down. It was a one-way building.
Boy, I've heard of water and drink. This is the first time they water a hat.
Well, I'm warning you. If I have to leave this stage, you better watch out.
Why, you coming back?
Give me a break, will you? Think of all those people out there hungry for a little entertainment.
Not anymore. You kill their appetite.
Look, there's only one thing that keeps me from coming over there breaking you in half, and that is that I don't want 2 of you around.
That's very good. You have a ready wit.
Thanks.
Let me know when it's ready.
Fella, I have you know, last night I killed him.
And tonight you return to the scene of the crime.
How'd you happen to get a ringside table?
The manager hates me. I offered him $5 to put me behind a pole.
Yes, what do you do for a living?
That's funny, I was about to ask you the same thing.
For your information, fella, I have a great delivery.
I know it. I saw your truck parked outside.
Please, sir, I'm only trying to make a buck.
That's about all you're worth.
Folks, I'd like to ask that you don't pay any attention to him. I mean, he had nothing to do with this. He's not a professional entertainer. He's just some bum who wandered in here off the street. Speaking of marriage, last week I said to my mother-in-law, my house is your house. The next day she went out and sold it.
Oh, that's terrible.
Will you please keep quiet?
If you want it quiet, tell another joke.
If you promise to be quiet, I'll buy you a drink.
You promise to be quiet, I'll buy you 2 drinks.
Look, if you don't enjoy watching a funny comedian, why don't you go somewhere else?
I am somewhere else.
Well, what's wrong with my act?
Nothing.
Yeah, then what are you complaining about?
Your act is nothing. Bring on a stripper.
You're drunk.
Good, then I'll see 4 of everything.
Speaking of my wife's cooking, one time I came home, my wife was crying because the dog had eaten a pie she'd made for me. I told her, I said, don't cry, I'll buy you another dog.
Dave, you please keep it down. I'm a sick man.
Oh, that's too bad. What's wrong with you?
I have 4 broken ribs.
Oh.
But ain't nothing for you to worry about. It only hurts when I laugh.
Speaking of animals, 2 kangaroos were talking, you know, and one said to the other and said, I hope it doesn't rain today. I just hate it when the kids have to play inside.
I always said I'd quit when I had enough. And I've had enough.
Mr. Red Fox, ladies and gentlemen. Get ready. Get ready. Hey. Thanks, buddy. Red Fox. And, well, I don't know. Red Fox. 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 gentlemen, I'd like to take a moment today to tell you about Red's new show. It's called Sanford and Son, and it begins tomorrow night on NBC, and be sure to watch it. Red, and I want to extend to you my sincere regards and wish you the best of luck.
Well, thanks a lot, Flip, and I want you to know you're gas.
Thanks, man.
And speaking of gas...
Hey, Jack! Good afternoon, brothers and sisters, and welcome to the Church of What's Happening Now. We don't tell it like it used to be or how it's going to be in the future. We talk about what's happening now. Can I get an amen? My friends, and you are my friends, our sermon for today is Resist Ye Temptation. But before we start resisting temptation, there are a few announcements I'm going to have to make. First, I want to remind you to hold on to your ticket stubs. That's right, because right after the service, we're going to have the drawing. Yes, and the holder of the lucky ticket will receive a 5-course dinner at Mom's Barbecue Palace, located next door to the church. Can I get an amen? Yes. Personally, I prefer the medium sauce. But that ain't got nothing to do with it. And as always, Mom has her famous special, which is a full-course dinner of ribs, potato salad, and greens, which is served free of charge to all children under 2 years of age. Yes. Friends, I also have an announcement here which causes grave concern from the sisterhood. Now, it seems that the sisterhood are having a little trouble with the brotherhood. That's y'all. Y'all know who the brotherhood is. Yes. Now, it seems that during the rehearsal of the sisterhood's musical pageant, Angels on Parade, that some of the brotherhood have been hanging around backstage, pinching their wings and snapping their harps. And when Sister Sarah Johnson flies through the air to sing her solo, they've been peeking up under a cloud. Hey! From now on, there will be no more harp snapping, wing pinching, or cloud peeking. No more. And to make sure of it, from now on, I personally will be standing backstage at every performance. My friends, I'm happy to announce that tonight we have with us as guest deacons 5 members of that famous singing group, The Temptation. Amen. Can I get an amen for The Temptation? Amen. A group whose versions of gospel songs and spirituals are so near and dear to our hearts. In addition to being #1 on the charts and in the top 20. Yes, brothers and sisters, the Temptations are with us tonight. But then we know temptation is with us every night. Yes, brothers. The temptations of the flesh, greed, lust, pride, and everything. Amen. Amen. Well, Brother Cunningham, I don't mind you falling asleep during the service, but at least you could say good night. Amen to Brother Cunningham. Amen. Now, as it says in the book. The book. Where's the book? Who got the book? What crook took the book? You gotta have a book. Can't have no service without the book. Is anybody staying in the nearby hotel? Brother Cunningham, this looks like some of your work. Oh, here it is. Excuse me, Brother Cunningham. The devil made me say that. Now, friend, as it says in the book...
Oh, Reverend, excuse
Yes?
me. There's a blue Eldorado parked in the alley blocking the way.
Oh, would you move that for me, brother? The Lord smiled down on me in a raffle last week. Yes, he moves in mysterious and wonderful ways. And now, friends, it's time for the Temptations to favor us with a song. But first, these 5 wonderful gentlemen who travel the road of life, bringing a joyful noise unto the multitude, just happen to be passing through town. Amen. Now, they have agreed to bring unto us this joyful noise for whatever we're willing to lay on.
Amen.
Now, like I said, we didn't agree on a set price, but I know they're expecting something. Amen. Now, I'll be happy to start it off. Who got change for $1? We'll pass the plate in a minute. But when we do, I want everybody to dig until it hurts.
Amen. Amen.
Money is like blood. It's supposed to circulate. Amen. Circulation. I want everybody to give it up. Give it up. Give it up. Give it up. Not you, sister. Yes.
I moved your car, Reverend.
Thank you, brother. Thank you.
I think you need a new transmission.
I'm working on it, brother. I'm working on it. Back off. Friends, it's truly wonderful to feel the love, the peace, and the truth, and the beauty that vibrates from this congregation. That's y'all. That's y'all. Love, peace, truth, and beauty. Let it be. Let it be. Don't stop it. Amen. Let it be. Let it be. Come on and let it be. Myself in time of trouble. Oh, Mary. Is there one tonight? Is there one tonight who'll step forward and say, Rev, I've seen the evil and the iniquities of my ways. Rev, show me the path to walk to the grave. Is there? Now, I know there's 100 out there. All I want is one. Is there one? Is there another one? Ladies and gentlemen, Mr. Red Fox. Red Fox. What you say, and be careful, too.
Well, Flip, in the first place, I want you to know how delighted I am to be a guest on your new show.
Thank you.
And I'm well aware at this early evening hour, a great many young people are watching.
Yes.
So I prepared some material especially designed for young folk.
Great.
Now, children, there were these 2 traveling salesmen. No, they were selling yo-yos.
Oh.
You know, I was only teasing. You know, I love children. I wouldn't do nothing to offend one of them. See, I think children are a blessing.
Yes.
And when you see couples with no children, you feel sorry for them. You know what I mean? They don't know what it means to watch their 5-year-old come in the house with $150 worth of braces in his mouth, broken and bent on a 5-cent piece of peanut brittle. See, and couples without children, they don't know what to do. They're just laying somewhere on a yacht, relaxing. On the beach all day, laying around drunk. No, kids, drinking is a sin. Stop drinking. Don't be drinking, kid, because that soda pop will rot your teeth out. You know, I was talking about that to my wife just the other day, Flip.
How is your wife?
Well, she's all right if you like her.
Red, I don't want to have your wife mad at me. You better explain that to the people.
No, I mean, she's a wonderful woman, but she just happens to be on the large side. When I come home every day and walk in the house, there she is, in an orange negligee. You know, she weighs 326 pounds.
Really?
Yeah, 326 pounds. Thinks I love her because when she gets in the bed, I roll toward her.
Say, Red, you just finished a very successful tour, didn't you?
Yeah, I made a great swing through the Southwest.
Yeah.
And you know, they speak an entirely different language down there.
But clean.
Oh, yes, clean, but different. For example, take a little word like foe.
Foe, you mean the enemy?
No, I mean foe that's less than 5. You know? 1, 2, 3, 4.
Oh.
And so.
You mean like with a needle, right?
No. I mean like when you get your head whipped, it gets so.
Oh, yeah, so.
Yeah, that's where they talk now. And like flow.
Yeah.
Flow is like what we standing on. That's the flow. And roll. See, roll sound like rowing?
Yeah.
It's like a lion's roll. Roll line. You know what I mean? And show.
Yeah.
See, show is like at the edge of the lake. You know? Meet me at the show. I mean, and woe.
Trouble, right?
No. That's like when your shoe is wore out. And smoke.
Now, what is smoke?
Smoke is like a second helping. See, I don't smoke.
Red, you know why people talk that way, don't you?
No, why?
Well, they heard those words in popular songs. Like for a long time ago, there was this song called River Stay Away From My Dough. Now, obviously, this was a fella singing about his pet deer who couldn't swim. River stay away from my dough. So he took the little dough inside the house and shut the door. And he sang, River stay away from my door. See, but everybody around there knew he didn't care about the door. He was worried about the dough. So from that time on, whenever they were building a house, all the architects and carpenters and the builders would say, never mind finding a place for the windows, where we gonna put the dough?
Okay, well, I told you I had something for kids.
Yes.
I got a tongue twister. Can you stand back a little bit? Give me a little room. You know what I mean? A little more room. I need all the room I can get. Can you give me a drum roll?
Tiffany!
Are you ready?
Ready!
Go then. I bought a batch of baking powder and baked a batch of biscuits. I bought a big basket of biscuits back to the bakery and baked a biscuit of big baskets. Then I took a big basket of biscuits and a basket of big biscuits and mixed the big biscuits with the basket of biscuits that was next to the big basket and put a bunch of biscuits in the basket into a box. Then I took the box of mixed biscuits into the biscuit mixer and the biscuit max and brought the basket of biscuits and the box of mixed biscuits and the biscuit mixer to the bakery, opened up a can of sardines, had me a ball.
When I find myself in time of trouble, Mother Mary, she comes to me, speaking words of wisdom. Let it be, let it be.
And in my hour of darkness, she is standing in front of me, speaking words of wisdom. Let it be, let it be, let it be, let it be, let it be. And when broken-hearted people living in a world of greed, there must be an answer. Let it be, let it be. For though they may be parted, there is still a chance that they will see. There will be an answer. Hey, hey, A new world, just gotta let it be.